That'll do. Rick T, Outdoor Adventure and the Billmeister, and we're out on an adventure on the Cumbrian coastline. I've got Mike with me, Cheshire Wanderer, so we're out doing a bit of adventuring down here, so we'll see what happens. We're maybe doing a bit of catch and cook, a little bit of bushcrafting, maybe some survival skills, but it's a new place for us. I've come past here many a times. I've spent a fair bit of time on the Cumbrian coastline in some other spots which are quite popular nowadays, and we're looking for somewhere a bit quieter. Although you can hear the main road at the minute, we'll soon be away from that. We've been walking for 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. But we're going to get out on this estuary, we're going to get round the coastline and we're going to see what we find. And I mean, fantastic innit, a new adventure. We don't know what we're going to find. I know there's some deciduous woodland up there, I know there's some coniferous, loads of rocky coastline, loads of sandy estuary. We'll see what happens. Maybe catch a flatfish or two, maybe catch a bass if we're lucky, maybe catch nothing, but we'll have a good adventure all the same. Right, come on, let's do it. There's another one of them places where you've got to think outside the box. If you want your skills to be on point, you need to set up in different locations, different environments all the time. Work with what you've got around you, and it might be less than perfect. In fact, it quite often is. You're lucky if you get that perfect setup every time. But you've got to make do with what's around you. Yep, make do with the environment around you. Yep, have loads of different techniques in your head, loads of different ways of doing stuff. And you'll always find a way to do it, yeah? There's no right way, no wrong way, as long as it's safe and it's going to do the job for you. Yeah. So, I'm going to look, we're going to use a little bit of, as if we're putting a bit of protection in on a crag for climbing. And we're going to use a bit of those sort of techniques, and I'm going to set up here, I think. Yeah. Have you spotted out, Mike?
Probably just going to go with the tarp tent.
Tarp tent, mint.
You know?
Yeah.
As you said, there's nothing really to come off.
Yeah, yeah.
So, tarp tent.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. There we are. We've got a knot wedged in there. Yep. We're using a couple of toggles. Yep. Even though some top bushcrafters don't like them, which is a lot of bollocks. A bit of driftwood. Some driftwood. Down to a peg. Same again. 2 more bits of driftwood. Yep. Another peg is a toggle over there, only because there are no decent wooden toggles about, so good job. Adapt and overcome. But here we are, a driftwood type set up. So, alright that, isn't it? Hey, get out for a view, hey? That's not a bad B&B, is it? With a view like that, hey? Be able to see the tide coming in, see the tide going out. If I find any bait and I manage to put some long lines out, I'm going to be right outside. It's not looking good for bait at the minute, but we'll see what we can do. And we'll try a few old school ways of catching some dabs there. So, but you never know. But we've got food with us anyway, so it don't matter. We're just out here practicing, training in this environment, you know, practicing all these skills. Mike's just on with his setup there. He's just cutting himself a decent length of for his centre pole for his tent. So you're doing the basher type tent.
Yeah. Basher tent.
Yeah, and what's that, 2.5 by 3 are they?
Yeah, 2.5 by 3.
Yeah, so it works alright with them measurements.
Just about big enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Bag is the waterproof cover over the bag is the door.
Yeah, yeah.
Gets, you know.
Ah, mint. So we'll come back and look at that when he's got that sorted. And so Mike's going to have a nice snug little setup. And we're in an open plan gazebo. But we're right there, aren't we? But it's summer, it's warm enough, isn't it? But like I say, you make use of what you've got, don't you? I've got a 3x3 tape next to rocks here. It's nice to have two different setups on a camp, innit? You know what I mean? And it's good to mix it up, innit, Mike?
Definitely.
Try different things.
Yeah.
If you do the same thing all the time, you know, it's routine. But which is good, because you get bomber at it, you know it inside out. But like I was saying before, different environments. If you go to the same setup all the time, but try it in shitloads of different environments, where you've not got two equally spaced trees, where the ground's not bang on, where like here there's no trees, I'm using a bit of rock and using whatever, driftwood, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, what a fantastic place there. So I'm going to finish off getting that set up, and then might have a look at catching a bit of food at some stage. But yeah, stick with us. Got a fair bit of rain rattling on top now. Well, let's go over and have a look at Mike's setup. Hey Billy, you alright, big lad? Hey. Hey up, Mike, we're coming over to have a look, pal.
Right, it's close quarter.
Oh, it's looking a Bobby Dazzler though, isn't it? Batten down the hatches here, eh?
It'll do the trick.
Yeah.
Have
a look.
Space. I've off-centered the pole a bit.
Yeah, give you a bit more room.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be snug as a bug in a rug in here, eh?
You know, if I was in the forest, I'd come off something above.
Yeah, exactly. So get rid of that centre pole.
Yeah.
What a bloody job though, mate. You won't want Billy in there with you though, unless it were middle of winter and you needed keeping warm.
Midnight kisses from Billy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, mint that, mate. Aye. Bob on that, ain't it?
I'm looking forward to having a sleep in now.
Yeah, too right. Smart though, innit? You know, it's a blooming, you know, it shows what you can do, innit? You know, just with your type, just, you know, I bet on mountains, that'd do the job that. You'd be right, 30-mile-an-hour winds in that.
Walking pole.
You'd be right, yeah, walking pole, fit centre. Batten down like that, in there. Rucksack in porch bit. You know, if you orientated it right to wind, with wind coming up that back and over the top, that'd be right. You'd be better off in that than one of these, a bloody Hillyberg probably. Do you know what I mean? That'd be a bomber. My lad were up in mountains the other day with 3D tape, 3x3 tape and 2 walking poles. 30-mile-an-hour winds, blowing a bloody gale, lashing it down all night. And he were high up, you know, and you know, you can do it. You can do it. You'll have seen me do it on top of Scarfell. And many a time up in mountains with a tape, it's doable. And lightweight. You don't need a 700, 900 quid, 1200 quid, whatever bollocks tent, do you? Well, you can do it with your type.
We've been with lads when they've had expensive tents.
Yeah.
The poles have bent.
Exactly. Good boy, eh? Good boy, eh? Good lad. Good lad. You giving me a wash? You giving me a wash? Eh? You giving me a wash? Hey up. We've got a couple of good bits of wood there, so we've chopped 2 decent pieces, got a load of little bits and pieces to get it going, and then a couple of nice logs that'll do us probably all night really. So you gotta be dead careful around here sometimes. It's dangerous because on this estuary it's well known for crocs, some big crocs, some small crocs, but quite a few crocs knocking about. Yeah, in fact, you know, if you're careful, slowly. Oh man, there's a croc there. Must have come in with the tide. Oh, there's no more out there. You gotta talk a bit of bollocks, haven't you? you've got to talk a bit of bollocks. I've just come down here to a channel, a freshwater channel. It's clean water. Well, it's fresh water, I should say. It's not clean. If I drank it, I'd be shitting through eye of a needle. I've no doubt about it. If I didn't boil it and filter it. But Billy's hardcore. You know what I mean? He's hardcore. He prefers to drink outside than he does out at tap. So I've got this water for Billy. Found these bottles. There's always plastic bottles washed up on coastline, estuaries, and all around coastline. You know, for survival situations, you can nearly always find containers. Plastic containers. So I've got these two, filled them up with water. I'll take them back to camp and they'll do for Billy. I've got about 1.5 litres maybe to last me till morning, so it's not a massive amount. I've got to cook with that as well, yeah, so hopefully that'll do. And then we could do with finding some more water tomorrow, really, at some stage. Do you know what I mean? But we will do, we will. Well, out on beach, there's no worm casts. I was going to dig some worms on beach, but there's no sign of any casts anywhere, so it's where to find the worms, isn't it? So I'm going to start, you know, any bait's better than no bait. I know we're sea fishing, but if I can find some earthworms, I'll bang them on. If not, I'll come up with another plan. The plan is, and like I say, if you know what I mean, you've got to be in it to win it, and it might not work or whatever, but I'm going to put some long lines out between 2 poles in the ground. I've got a set of long lines that I use, and I've used many times successfully, caught a lot of fish on them, but struggling for bait around here, so I'm going to try putting some feathers on them. I'm going to cut some feathers down and try putting feathers on as a lure. My thinking is when the tide's running in, and they'll be fluttering in the like lures. So if there is bass getting washed down, coming down to the estuary, you know, even flatties might take a lure, you know what I mean, they do sometimes. So like I say, got to be in it to win it. We might not catch anything, but we might do. So I'm going to set them up. Hey, I've no bait, so I'm going to try that. This is what I was talking about. Yeah, that'll flutter about like a lure in water, like an imitation fish, that's me thinking. And potentially, hey, well, you never know, you got to try it, haven't you? Haven't you, Billy Dog, eh? Hey, bit rude not to. You don't try, you don't know, do you? Yeah, just going to drop that on. And then when tide comes in, that's going to float up like this, that's going to be under water, getting pulled along by the tide, flittering about. You never know, do you? Worth a trying it. Bugger. Got that little bit of dampness on me where I've been driftwood. lighting, but they're not staying.
There we go.
I think we're away there, Mike.
Looking like it. Doesn't that sound beautiful?
Yeah, we did alright then, pal, just with friggin'
Well, you did.
feathers.
I watched.
Ace in it, mate. Something special, ain't there, once that's there, once you get a fire going. Roaring away now, Mike. Cheers, man. Thank you. So we'll have a good bed of embers there, won't we?
Get some food cooked on that.
Absolutely. Put it in me tin for make a bit of charred pulpwood. Funny little bits of it. Brow's ticking away there, and a bit of pulpwood in there. We're charring a bit of pulpwood. Next fire mentality as usual. Tea's on and the tide's coming in. I mean, it marches in round here, you know. Not quite a galloping horse, but it comes in at a fair out pace. You know, you can physically, you know, you can see it just sliding in over the sands. Brilliant. Can't beat nature, can you? Speed of that tide coming in is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. You know what it's time for? Yep. You know what it's time for, eh? A Jack Russell's arsehole. Spitting image, ain't they though? Not that I've took a lot of time looking at Jack Russell's arseholes, but you know what I mean? Tastes better though. So my little survival technique has worked. But I won't be surviving for so bloody long. Get that, it's the smallest little bloody flatter you could bloody find in it. But you can catch little tiny ones like that. You can catch big ones, can't you? Yep, so I'm going to get that back in and have another go. See if we can catch a big one for supper. But yeah, well, it works anyway, eh? Oh, your brew's gone, mate. Right, that's us. We're in with pit, underneath with tarp. Yep, mint view. Just see the fire over there. Billy's asleep down here next to me. I can hear him snoring already. So, yeah, I'm in the jungle. sleeping bag again, so not a lot of protection, but I've put a little insulated layer on underneath, you know, one of my base layers underneath my shirt, and yeah, should be right. If not, tough shit, innit? But yeah, I'll be right. I'll get wrapped, get curled up under here, and get my head down. Right, I'll see you in the morning. See you ladies. Well, that is mental. That is a proper sky. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. 6 o'clock in the morning. Absolutely beautiful. The tide's fully out, so I'm going to check my lines. But I don't think the feathers really done anything. But you never know. No. Nah, they've not done out. But it was worth a shout, weren't it, eh? You've got to have a go, haven't you? Eh? You've got to try something different. Morning. I've been up a good few hours. It's about 9:45 now, but I was up 10 to 6 and out there sorting that before the tide came back in. And then I've just been for a good 8k mooch, maybe 9k, I don't know. Good old trek anyway. So back down here, fire sparked up, and we're gonna get a brew on and a bit of scran for brekkie. Bit of a late brekkie, but I'm ready for it after that mooch. I've got up an appetite, so I'm going to get some eggs on. I'm going to boil some eggs up and get a couple of brews down my neck. First brew at day and all that, you know I love it. First brew at day, hey? Bloody hell, I'm ready for that this morning. Cup of tea that, cup of tea. I didn't bring any coffee with me. But usually like a coffee in the morning, but cup of tea will suffice. It's wet and warm in it. Oh, we'll get some scrambled eggs on in a minute. Scrambled eggs and chorizo, I reckon. What do you reckon, Billy, eh? Billy's had his dinner already. Maybe not. Little bugger swam out and caught a bird, didn't he, eh? Hey, yeah, what's he like, man? I mean, it's just in the genes though, innit? You know what I mean? It's, you know, he's a Springer Spaniel. Well, cross with a border collie, and you know, they're hunters, aren't they? You know, they've still got that bloody, it's in them, innit? You know, so can't be too upset with them when they catch something occasionally, like. But it's not nice to see, like. But in a survival situation, it'd be alright. It'd be able to catch me a bit of scram, wouldn't he? And he bloody would do, you know, especially wildfowl. It's a bugger for it. Get a bit of pepper on that. To job that. Hey up, so that's a wrap. So from Rick T, Outdoor Adventure, and Mike the Cheshire Wanderer, and the Bill Meister down here. we'll see you again soon. But we've had a great camp, been fantastic on the Cumbrian coastline, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Yep, something a little bit different, well, not different, but a new location, bit of a driftwood setup, and then Mike's tarp tent set up with his basher. But yeah, fantastic place, and so many bloody, you know what I mean, great places to explore around in this beautiful country of ours. So anyway, next week I'm going to be in Canada on a different adventure, so looking forward to that. So we'll catch you again soon. Look after yourselves. Thanks for joining us. Alright, see you ladies. Ta-da. Another mince adventure in the bag.